She was a ghost, a weapon, a girl drowning in her own guilt. But beneath the blood-stained snow, a fragile light began to rise. Kyoka Izumi's story in Bungo Stray Dogs is a haunting yet hopeful tale of redemption, woven with threads of trauma, identity, and the fragile search for humanity. At just 14 years old, Kyoka carries the weight of a past steeped in violence and loss. Orphaned after her parents were murdered, a tragedy she was manipulated into believing she caused, she was thrust into the port mafia, where she became a weapon, a ghostly assassin known only by the blood on her hands. Her ability, Demon Snow, mirrors the spectral, unsettling themes of the real-life author Kyoka Izumi's work, manifesting as a vengeful spirit wielding a katana. But unlike the literary Izumi's supernatural tales, Kyoka's story is one of clawing her way out of darkness. For years, she existed in a numb, mechanical state, obeying orders delivered through a cold, impersonal mobile phone, a symbol of her lack of agency. Her world was monochrome, defined by survival and the whispered lie that she had no right to anything beyond violence. It's this shattered sense of self that makes her journey with the armed detective agency so profoundly moving. When she crosses paths with Atsushi Nakajima, a boy similarly haunted by a monstrous inner force, she begins to glimpse a flicker of hope. Atsushi doesn't see her as a tool or a demon. He sees a girl drowning in guilt, and his quiet, persistent empathy becomes her lifeline. Their bond is less about heroism and more about mutual salvation. Kyoka's tentative steps toward healing are achingly human. She learns to cook simple meals, a mundane act that becomes revolutionary for someone who once believed her only purpose was to kill. Each misstep with a kitchen knife or awkward smile at a shared meal is a rebellion against the port mafia's conditioning. Her evolution isn't linear. There are moments of paralyzing guilt, nightmares where Demon Snow's blade flashes anew, and the crushing fear that she'll never escape her past. Yet, in those fragile moments, the ADA's warmth becomes her anchor. Junichiro Tanizaki's gentle encouragement, Kenji Miyazawa's infectious optimism, and even Dazai's cryptic mentorship slowly stitch her back into the fabric of humanity. Kyoka's ability, Demon Snow, evolves alongside her, once a manifestation of her self-loathing. A spectral force she could only unleash under the mafia's control, it transforms into a shield rather than a sword. The moment she smashes the phone that once commanded her obedience is visceral, a cathartic rejection of the chains that bound her. Demon Snow's blade, once drenched in innocent blood, now deflects harm meant for her newfound family. This duality, destroyer and protector, mirrors Kyoka's internal battle. She cannot erase her sins, but she can choose what she becomes. Her white kimono, pristine and ethereal, becomes a poignant contrast to the darkness she's endured, symbolizing both the innocence stolen from her and the purity she fights to reclaim. Her relationships deepen the narrative's exploration of morality. With Atsushi, she embodies the series' central question: can monsters become heroes? Their dynamic isn't saccharine, it's raw and grounded in shared vulnerability. When Kyoka hesitates to eat a meal she's cooked, fearing it's unworthy of others, Atsushi doesn't offer empty platitudes. He sits beside her, acknowledging their brokenness while insisting they deserve to heal. Even her fraught ties to the port mafia add layers. Characters like Akutagawa, who clings to violence as identity, throw her growth into sharp relief. Her choice to walk away from that world isn't framed as a clean break, but as a daily, deliberate act of courage. The series' arcs test her resolve relentlessly. During the guild conflict, Kyoka is targeted not just for her power, but for her perceived weakness, her humanity. When Frances Fitzgerald mocks her as a stray dog unworthy of protection, her defiance isn't fueled by rage, but by a quiet, hard-won conviction. She is worth saving. Later, in the cannibalism arc, facing former mafia allies forces her to confront the ghosts of her past without surrendering to them. These trials aren't about proving her strength, but about reaffirming her choice to live, not just survive. Kyoka's narrative is also a subtle homage to her literary namesake. The real Kyoka Izumi's works, like Demon Pond, blend eerie folklore with psychological depth, themes echoed in Kyoka's cursed existence and her struggle to break free from it. Yet the story subverts the tragic fatalism often found in such tales. Kyoka's arc isn't about escaping a predetermined fate, but about rewriting it, one act of kindness at a time. In the end, Kyoka Izumi's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. She is a girl who learned to see herself not as a demon or a weapon, but as someone who loves, fears, and hopes. Her story whispers that redemption isn't found in erasing the past, but in embracing the messy, beautiful work of building a future, and that even the most shattered souls can find light in the company of those who refuse to let them fall. What's your take on Kyoka's journey? Let me know below. Thanks for watching. Remember, even the darkest nights can end with dawn. See you next time.